in conversation for the playlist Going Strong, talking to General VN Sharma, who was in Indian Army's 14th Chief of Army Staff. Sir, when you were the Chief at Army Headquarters of the Indian Army, at that time and prior to that, the situation in Punjab was quite alarming. There were militancy there. Those days they were not called terrorists, militancy and armed persons, and it appeared as if Punjab police was ineffective to deal with them. And there were also assassinations and ransom asked, people kidnapped. So how did the army deal with that situation in Punjab?
Well, when I became chief, I was faced with a few problems.
Sir.
One was the question of very high terrorism in Punjab. The second was the very high terrorism in Kashmir,
Sir.
where they all wanted Azadi, Azadi, Azadi.
Sir.
I shouted by Benazir Bhutto, who was then the Prime Minister of Pakistan. And the third was the IPKF in Sri Lanka,
yes,
which had to be brought back, having been there for 2 years. So we had to get on with that. Now, let's talk of Punjab. We wanted to handle Punjab in a more surreptitious manner, shall I call it,
yes,
because it's no easy task to deal with something which is not got political sanction. So Rajiv Gandhi was the Prime Minister. I asked him, I said, look, I'm from Punjab and it makes my heart bleed as to what's happening there, because there's so much terrorism going on. Terrorists in the Majha district of Punjab, which is west of the Beas, attacking any village, they are raping women, they've got weapons and training from Pakistan, they are bringing drugs across the border from Pakistan. We've got to do something about it. So I want you to accept that I can act on this.
yes,
Without your knowledge. So he accepted. So I moved various number of divisions without artillery, only infantry troops, right?
yes,
From various parts of India, that is Bihar. We had no threat from China in those days, so from northeast, and we moved about 2-3 divisions into Punjab,
yes,
only comprising infantry troops. General Rodericks was the army commander. He rang me up. He said, how can you... Now there was a threat from Pakistan, because if you recollect, General Sundarji, when he was chief, had done an exercise called brass tacks.
yes,
In that brass tacks, he had a huge army functioning on the western desert, Rajasthan desert,
yes,
and southern Punjab, which caused a reaction from Pakistan. They also concentrated
yes,
on the border with India, and they brought that 2 armored divisions out
yes,
from Peace Station, one in the Bawalpur sector and the other in the Jhelum sector,
yes,
and they never went back.
yes,
They called it exercise Zarb-e, if you recollect. Anyway, the first point was that if you have terrorism going on in Punjab, it's not easy for a military to function in military operations,
yes,
with terrorism going behind you,
yes,
because they can blow bridges, do things, all sorts of funny things, since they appear to be acting on the orders of Pakistan. So we had to deal with the
yes,
terrorism. So we moved all these troops in. It was a double effect. One was that we concentrated large number of troops in Punjab, that's the
yes,
Majha district.
yes,
And 2, we established camps, military camps, between every single village in Majha district of Punjab. Then we told Mr. KPS Gill, the Director General of Police,
yes,
that we would like to assist you
yes,
in controlling of this terrorism, and which he agreed.
yes,
So we would request that you put curfew from 6 o'clock in the evening to 6 o'clock in the morning everywhere. During this curfew, nobody should move, not even police officers. Any police officer or police jeep or functionary which wants to move has to inform the military what is the route and what is the timing. Otherwise, nobody to move,
yes,
because the military will take action. See? So since we had impregnated all the areas between villages of Punjab, we wanted to catch hold of anyone who moves during the curfew hours.
yes,
See? So now terrorists generally move at night, because daytime there is too much visibility, and therefore they usually select night to go to a village, rape some females, or to borrow some money or demand something from the Gaon Bola. or not Kaungbara, but the village council president, or whatever you call him, or the Pradhan.
Yes.
We contacted every single Pradhan village, every village in Punjab, and we said that if in your village anybody has been found to be raped by a terrorist or money given to terrorists, you are the one going to be blamed by us. We are going to catch hold of you and deal with you. So that he should be more frightened of military action vis-a-vis terrorist action. This is simple, right? So having done that, we got now the terrorists used to have a large amount of rupees, money on their head, versus they were terrorists with 15 lakhs on their head. We managed to eliminate them.
Yes.
Right? Now when we eliminated somebody, our commanders used to ring up the DG police to say, this chap is here, here is the body, please recognize it, and kiske naam pe dalna hai?
Yes.
So he used to say, wo fulane SP saab ke naam pe dal do. Police system is that you put SP's name and the money that comes is shared up and down the line, you see. So whichever SP, many of them got promotions and many of them think because they got the credit. And the principle that I followed in the military was, you will act for the country to create peace and quiet in areas which are disturbed. But you will take no credit for it. So the military only takes credit because we know who has done something and who has not done something. And those who have acted very diligently and who have managed to achieve results, they are given awards. Somebody gets a Sena medal, somebody gets a Veer Chakra, somebody gets a mention in dispatches or whatever. That's enough. Many times the police used to ask our local commanders that there is so much money involved, don't you people want some money? The answer given to them as instructed by army headquarters was, military takes no money. We are quite happy that the worth of 2 rupees ribbon that you get here and maybe a medal which costs nothing to the government of India, wo shaan kafi hai, you see. We would not take money, which is maybe a lesson for the police also. Maybe one day they will also understand that duty comes first and so-called money comes later. But our police is not like that. Anyway, the result of this was that Rodrigues, who the army commander, what sort of this, I know that Pakistan is concentrating troops across the border, but you move divisions without any artillery. How can you function without artillery? He's a gunner.
Yes.
I said, Roddy, you're absolutely right. Artillery will come when it has to come. But at the moment we are playing a little political game. You keep your nose clean.
Yes.
I am putting my neck out for this. I have spoken to the Prime Minister. It's between him and me. Nobody else knows what we are doing. Not the IV, not the R&AW, because they don't know achieve success. 3 or 4 divisions in Punjab with no artillery. Impregnated the place. Otherwise, let me tell you, when I was a Major General in Officer, military operations, I had lived in this house because my mother was here. And I decided to stay here to look after my mother. She was living downstairs, I was living upstairs, right?
Yes.
And I didn't take a government house, though there are a lot of advantages in government house. Nonetheless, I stayed here. So a number of people, retired officers from Haryana and other places, would want to come and see me. And used to come and I know them all.
Yes.
And used to say, this is happening in Punjab, a lot of our colleagues are being killed. Because in those days buses used to be stopped.
Yes.
Right since 1982.
Yes.
And everybody removed from the bus, then Sikhs, Hindus, Muslims were put back in the bus and Hindus were shot dead. I don't know if you recollect that time. So we were facing that and these chaps would say, give us the wink. We'll take civilian groups and kill everybody between here and the Ravli. Because the Sikhs are acting funny. I said, no, the Sikhs are not acting funny. It's the terrorists which are acting funny. They're hardly 1% of the Sikh community. He said, don't blame the community, right?
Quite right.
It's only 1%, and we are going to sort out the 1%. We are doing it. It will take time because everything has to be done slowly, slowly. Nothing can be done fast. They should settle down. So one had to keep the anger of the rest of the people of India under wraps while we dealt with this in a slow manner. Now we need a lot of intelligence to find out who the person is. There are women who used to curse us because they used to give shelter to these terrorists, and some of their sons were terrorists. And they used to pretend that you and the army are not looking after us, these terrorists are coming and raping our daughters, what the hell are you doing? But we had the intelligence. We should say, it's your son doing it. What sort of a Indian citizen are you when you allowed your son to go around with a weapon from Pakistan and rape women and borrow money? You know it. So you yourself are under threat, and if your son is
that was a very wise policy, and it worked too.
So therefore, terrorism is a dirty game. It affects the mental thinking of the local population.
Sir.
The local population, their own sons and daughters are involved in the terrorism.
Yes.
Therefore, they are not going to give them hand over to the police, see, or to anybody else. So we need, in this manner, be absolutely clear. You are the person responsible. What the hell have you done? Why haven't you brought before the law your own son who is doing all that?
Quite right.
You're leaving it to us and don't talk, you see.
Yes.
So that they get ashamed, because they're Indian citizens and they want to be Indian citizens, but they get money, the son can't be controlled, they don't want to give them up, right? So all right, that happened. Large amount of money, if you come, to give it to the police. We never took it.
Yes.
So that was Punjab, and it started with me, and I think it took a few years more with a few more chiefs for it to settle down. But terrorism in Punjab was controlled in this way.
In this manner.
Now it's an ongoing scene, let me tell you, because those borders are open.
Yes.
And you know, in between the BSF posts, etc., there's a large number of infiltration that takes place. In the knowledge of many BSF post commanders, because I'm not blaming the BSF, but this is how it functions. There's a lot of money involved, lakhs of rupees. One of our, you know, the government suggested to us that there is a main border and there is a Dusi.
Yes.
Dusi is a set of buttons of the Ravi, which is on our side of the border, right?
Yes.
So why don't you have military patrolling on the Dusi, so that people who infiltrate from the main border through the BSF post are patrolled by you guys? But we found it was VN Sharma, who was my brigadier in charge of operations in Eastern Command.
Yes.
I have a major general on top of me. He was the brigadier, very nice man. He's from Kashmir. And VN Sharma was sent by me to, when he came up for promotion as a major general to command 15 Div, which is Amritsar Division. And when he commanded there, I told him, I'm going to visit you after a few weeks to find out what the heck is going on there. Now when I visited him, he told me, for God's sake, tell the government to lay off this business of controlling the Dusi, because our own troops are getting involved. In what way? He said, for instance, I sent a patrol under a Havaldar, infantry patrol of about 6 people, to reconnoiter from so-and-so time to so-and-so time in the evening to so-and-so time in the early hours of the morning, to come back and report about activities in a certain area of the Dusi. The patrol got lost. So he deployed 2-3 battalions to search for that patrol. It took a day and a night. Then they found the patrol and the patrol leader inside the various houses of 1 or 2 villages.
Yes.
Totally drunk.
Okay.
They had women available to them and they had lakhs of rupees in their pocket. And the Havaldar said that, what am I supposed to do? I'm given so many lakhs of rupees, I've given a woman to deal with, and drink as much as I like. So it involved the reduction of discipline of the patrol.
It eroded the discipline.
Yes. So we told KC, sorry, we can't do this. And we removed our troops from there. But then that gave us an idea as to what's going on over there. So this is the method. Now this is an ongoing problem, perhaps it is still going on.
Yes.
Because it's an open border. And so it is acting like this. Now to them it costs nothing. Because terrorists come from India, they give them weapons, training, and they send them back, and you're creating mayhem there. So as far as they're concerned, you guys are doing it, we are not doing it. See? That is Punjab. And we did a lot of control within a matter of 5-6 months. But it carried on for a few years under Rodericks and under J.C. Joshi, this activity, so that it takes time, everything.
Yes, it was controlled. Thank you very much. Please be with us. This conversation will continue.